Here with Sean Roberts.
Hello, hello, hello.
That's off the Serious South of Marie Hutchins, American Steel. That's one of my favorite songs. 69 Stand.
You like that riff?
I like it, man. That's a rocking one. That one's a rocker. But we're here to talk about your new one.
Your brand new album, finally out. Coming out. So
how can they get all the info? They go to Facebook?
No, actually they're going to go straight to my website. So the release date is going to be August 14th. So they can go straight to the website, which is seanroberts.net. So right on the homepage there, you can click on it and it'll take you to the store and you can purchase it. We're doing pre-orders right now. And then come, let's see, September 7th, I think we have it as for worldwide release. So iTunes, Amazon, everything else, all the digital stuff will be released then. But people will be able to get it on my website first up, come the 14th.
The Upside of Heartache.
Yeah.
Very cool title.
Thank you, thank you. A buddy of mine helped me with the title. Actually, I started writing a year ago for this album, and so during the whole thing, I was kind of being observant of things going on, and a lot of friends of mine were going through divorces and breakups and this and that, and people losing people and so forth. So I kind of started writing songs in that nature about those things. I'm going, God, this is becoming a depressing album, and I didn't like the theme, the way it was going, but he said, well, why don't you just kind of like let it flow, just kind of let it get out, that way it gets out of your system. And I said, yeah, but some of the songs just, lyrically almost seems depressing, and I go, it's not the route I want to go. And he goes, well, unfortunately, sometimes that's the upside of heartache for us as songwriters. And I look at him, I'm like, what'd you say?
There it is.
And I go, that's a great title. I go, that's what it should be, the Upside of Heartache. So then after that, I started focusing on songs about breakups or losing someone or losing a friend. But then there's a couple in there, too, that are the flip side of that as well. So, but everything I have written about, it's very melancholy. So the songs are very uplifting. They're very nice songs overall in general. So that's how the album came about overall as far as the title is concerned.
Okay, you're going to hear it first on G-Rock's Demo Radio Show. So we're going to do Driving Through.
Yeah, now
this is a
newer song that I wrote with a gentleman that I found on a website. His name is Frank DeCenso, and we met through a songwriter's website. And so he kind of put out, hey, if anybody wants to, write, I've got these lyrics or whatever, and go to this website and everything. And so I'm like, okay, and I started reading through them, and I liked the lyrics that these were. And so then I just started writing and trying to come up with a melody for it and everything, and we can go ahead and...
So his lyrics...
my music, yeah, and I think it's a really cool song.
All right, check it out, Driving Through. Sean Roberts' new CD, The Upside of Heartache. You're rocking with the G-Rock. Of course, this is the Demo Radio. All right.
So there you go.
Driving Through. I like that.
Cool, man.
Like I said, your voice is very smooth.
Thank you. Thank you very much, yeah.
And you said you played a lot of the instruments on that one?
Yeah, a lot of the guitars and everything. On that one, I actually...
the guitar solo is really cool.
Thank you. And I got to do a little bit of keyboard on that one, too, as well. So.
Yeah. What, is that a Hammond B3?
Uh-huh.
Yeah? I still got the ear. All right. I wish I knew how to play. I have so much time. I wish I had more time to practice. That's the main thing.
Me too.
Yeah, I bet. You got the new studio happening?
Yeah, I got to the new house and everything a couple of years ago, so this is the first album I've done in the new home studio and everything, so it's all
cool.
been working out, and working out the kinks and everything as I was making this album. And
so you do the mixing and everything, huh?
Yeah, I had a buddy of mine come in, James Hefner, came in to do the mixing for me, and I was actually going to have another company do it, which was Reamp Studios over in Tustin. Great bunch of people over there, and Joshua was going to do it, but unfortunately my car took a turn for the worse and had to have it repaired, so the money that was going to go to pay them or whatever had to go to the car. So I called in my buddy James and I said, dude, I got an emergency going on, and would you help out? And he's like, of course, not a problem at all, and came in. And so in about a week and a half, 2 weeks time, whatever, we were able to mix the album down. Can't Love You This Way?
Can't Love You This Way. I can't read my own writing.
Yeah, that's a pretty cool song.
Yeah, love song?
That one's probably, I'm going to say, probably one of my favorite. I love the melody on that one. This one is just where it's mainly about a couple who wants to get together, but they can't because they're already with other people. So that's pretty much the whole premise of this song. Yeah.
All right, let's check it out. The Upside of Heartache, Sean Roberts' new CD. Go check it out, everybody. Really cool stuff. Can't Love You This Way. You are rocking with the G-Rock, and this is G-Rock's Demo Radio Show. All right.
So there you go, man.
Very cool. Yeah, I like that. So
Thank you.
You knocked that CD out pretty quick.
Tried to. Yeah, I mean, I started writing everything about a year ago.
Right.
But I didn't start recording till probably about February or March. So then to try to get everything down.
Then when you had it down.
Yeah. I had a kind of.
Yeah, when you're doing it yourself, home studio.
Yeah, I had a couple of bumps in the road too. Even recently, had a setback because we were trying to release it in June, and then I said, okay, well, I'll push it till July, and I started sending everything out for the pressing, for the CD inserts and all that, out and everything. And then unfortunately, I lost a very, very dear friend of mine, just recently, Gino England, and my son's godfather also. And so that kind of put us back for a couple of weeks and everything. So, but now we're kind of getting back on track and getting this whole thing released. So, but we've got a donation thing set up. If it's okay if I mention that.
Yeah. Promote anything you want.
Yeah,
man.
absolutely, man. Gino was a great guy. I've known Gino for about 25 plus years, like I said, and he was my son's godfather, and his wife Lisa is wonderful. And unfortunately, he left 2 daughters behind.
Wow.
Gwen and Dell, they're 10 years old and 8 years old. And Amber Byers, she set up a Gino England Memorial Fund. He died of lung cancer, basically.
Wow.
He was diagnosed in February, and we just lost him like 2 weeks ago.
Wow.
So, yeah, so she put up a memorial fund for him. So if you guys want to donate and help out the family, this helps out for medical bills, things of that nature that Lisa has to pay. It's just go to gofundme.com/Gino England. So it's Gino, and just like the country England. And just go there and just donate what you can. So, I mean, right now we've raised about $11,000.
Wow.
The goal's kind of at 15, so, we're not too far off. So every little bit helps for them. And again, it all goes to pay for the medical bills.
So yeah, well, I'll have to promote that.
Yeah, absolutely.
When I do my charity stuff.
Absolutely.
So that's how I got to Memphis. I drove through Memphis once.
Beautiful city.
Yeah.
Not too far from Nashville, and I mean, it's both beautiful towns. This song is actually, I played this for you earlier in the year.
Did you play on my birthday show?
I think it was for the birthday show I came in and did it. This one was written by Tom T. Hall. And I discovered this song when I was watching an episode of The Newsroom. It was the final season finale.
I remember that.
And they played the song on that episode, and I just fell in love with the song and had to go out and find out, how to play it and who did it and everything, the whole 9 yards. And I just fell in love with it, so I decided to do my own version, on it. And then, unfortunately, this was the first time I ever heard of Tom T. Hall, to find out this guy is like a country legend,
big time, huh?
Songwriter in Nashville. I felt like such a
That sounds
schmuck.
familiar, Tom T. Hall.
He's a legend in Nashville.
Really?
And a buddy of mine was teasing me and everything about it, and then turned around and he goes, he just discovered somebody too recently. And I said, well, don't feel bad. I just discovered Tom T. Hall. So, but beautiful song, great song, and it's about following a girl that you have fallen in love with, and basically kind of explains, well, that's how I got to Memphis.
That's how I got to Memphis. Let's check it out. Sean Roberts' new CD, The Upside of Heartache. You're rocking with the G-Rock. Check this out. That's how I got to Memphis.
Yeah, the slide guitar on it. Yeah.
Slide, I mean.
Yeah. No, it's like I said, it's a great song. I fell in love with it, and it was so funny because I was looking for it, on YouTube or whatever. I felt like I said, such a schmuck because it looked like everybody and their grandmother, in the country scene knew how to play that song with me. So I'm just like going, okay, well, I'm going to throw my spin on it. And there's some really, really great versions out there of that song.
And you did kind of changed the music, but you kept his lyrics, or how?
Oh yeah, no. I just kind of did. I kind of broke it down because when you're doing a song like that, especially that so many people have done.
Permission?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, you got.
Absolutely, through his publisher and everything.
Oh yeah, you got to do that.
But when I decided to put on the album, you know, I'm just like, well, okay, what can I do different about it? So, you know, I kind of made it my own. You know, give it a little bit of a rock feel, but still have that Nashville flavor to it.
Definitely has a country twang to it.
Because everybody else that I've heard do it, basically, I mean, they're doing it just kind of pretty much straight up, where it's like, oh, I can't even think of the name of the band, but it's these guys, and there's like no drums, no nothing, but I mean, it's like, you know, guitar, fiddle, mandolin, dobro, whatever, and they sound amazing. They're doing like 4-part harmony on it.
Wow.
So, you know, they're doing it in that essence, in that style, but there's like no drums on every version that I found. Everybody's just doing it acoustically, so...
Yeah, you got the full band.
Yeah, so I got the full thing going on, and I think that kind of gives it a little bit different spin for it, too, as well. So, which is kind of nice.
And Tom T. Hall, he did the...
He wrote the song, yeah.
He did the original, though, on the show?
Yeah, so yeah, if you watch that last episode, they actually play his version of it in one of the scenes. And then later on, Jeff Daniels talks to his boss's grandson, one of the other characters, because his boss passed away. And he kind of says, hey, you know, there's a song I think, you know, that you know. And he just picks up the guitar and he starts playing it.
Oh, really?
And it's all, again, all acoustic, you know. And
wow.
That's where I got it. And I'm just like, wow, that's just an awesome song.
Okay. The last track, All I Ever Needed.
Yes.
Duet with Anna Marie.
Yeah, this is the second duet I've done with Anna. The first one that her and I did together was Let's Talk About Me, which was written by Stephen McClintock and Victoria Shaw. Stephen's a buddy of mine. Actually, a buddy of ours, actually. And so this time around, whenever, I was kind of like fishing for different songs. Wanted to find one that's a little bit more of an upbeat, you know, ballad kind of thing. And ironically, I kind of went back to my roots, and I found this song, which is written actually by Bret Michaels of Poison.
This song?
Yep.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So he writes good stuff, you know.
He's
not a slouch.
And he does ballads, and
he does everything, you know.
He does it all.
Yeah, so, and of course, you know, Bret's been doing a little bit more of a country thing for the last few years,
everyone's getting that country flavor now.
Yeah, seems like it. Matter of fact, I saw an article the other day on Yahoo that they were talking about the Nelson brothers, who are buddies of mine, you know, going Nashville.
Ricky Nelson?
Rick Nelson's sons, Matthew.
Right, yeah.
Yeah,
I know him. My best friend died with him in the plane crash.
Really?
Yeah, Andy Chapin was his piano player.
Oh, I'll be darned. Okay.
Yeah, so I know Matthew. Yeah.
Yeah, so...
Yeah, they kind of... Yeah.
So, well, the thing is...
Well, their dad was kind of...
Well, you know, if you look about it, you know, I mean, Rick, if you listen to the Stone Canyon Band,
right.
I mean, you've got dobro, you've got pedal steel into it. So, to me, Rick was, you know, the essence of California country rock. You know, he's the one who kind of came out and really did all that. And it's only been recently that the Twins kind of started, you know, going more into that flavor on their own stuff. But at the same token, they've been doing it for years. So it's kind of funny to for me to see the article going, oh, guess who's going country now? I'm like, what are you talking about? I go,
yeah, they've been...
Gunners lived in Nashville for the last 10 years.
Right.
Where have you guys been? You know? And I think what it is, I guess now they're going to be doing a Christmas album that's more country.
I'll have to check that out.
But they did their country album, I think, about, 7 or 8 years ago, which is called Brothers.
Wow.
Brother Harmony, that's what it's called. And so, yeah.
All right, All I Ever Needed, Sean Roberts.
Anna Marie.
And Anna Marie. Check this out, everybody. New music.
She's awesome.
From the Upside of Heartache.
She's a great friend. I got to meet her back in 2001, I think it was, because it was right after 9/11 I met her. And she was opening up for the Oak Ridge Boys, and I was...
How do you meet these people? Hey, I'm Sean Roberts.
Anna, I met through my buddy Bobby Albright. Bobby was drumming for her, and they needed a rhythm guitar player to come in and play acoustic rhythm. She had her sister-in-law come in and play, who was singing harmonies with her for her show, because she was a solo artist at the time. And but they needed somebody to actually, you know, they needed to hear that acoustic. And so so Bobby mentioned to the producer about me and everything, so I came in and so did the show with her, and ever since we've been friends, and she's done songwriter circles and everything and so forth.
Yeah, you did the rhythm acoustic on the, yeah?
Yeah, so then when it came time for the last album, the Boy Inside the Man, there was a song that I did with her, which was Let's Talk About Me. And so I said, how'd you pick that song and everything? She goes, oh, It was co-written by a friend of mine, which was Stephen McClintock. And so Stephen and I also know each other, but in different circles. And Anna knew Stephen in different circles. So when I decided to take a stab of performing that song, and I wanted to turn it into a duet, I figured there was no better person than to have Anna come in and sing that duet with me. So it worked out beautifully. And then, so for this record, I asked her to come in and to do this one.
Yeah, maybe we'll play it later.
Yeah, absolutely. And
so the first one is just you?
Yeah, the first one. The first version.
Duet with Anna Marie.
Right.
Yeah, well, let's check this out. This is without her. Let's hear about The Last Sunset.
Oh, Last Sunset? Okay. Last Sunset is a song. There's a band called Taiketo, and they're pretty much a pop metal band. This was on their album, I think, called Strength in Numbers. And I just been in love with the song for a long, long time. And on their album, it's more of a straight acoustic song, nothing more. And so I kind of spoofed it up a little bit more and give drums and everything else. And it's just a really neat song. And the main story about it is this gentleman who was a bank robber. Basically goes down to Mexico, tries to hide out in Mexico, and the police basically finally catch up to him. So then he's taken off to jail at the very end.
So what you hear a song, go, hey, I want to do that song. You hear other people's, I know you do a lot of writing yourself.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But then you'll hear, wow, that's.
Well, I mean, for me,
cool.
in order to cover a song, I have to be attached to it. I really have to like it an awful lot.
Yeah, it's not like what you hear on the, well, you've seen that one on the TV show, but you don't usually hear ones on the radio that you play.
No, it's one thing to be in a cover band, but it's another thing to take a song that you like from an artist you admire or that you discovered.
Yeah, that's better.
And then embrace that and go, what can I do different because I like this song so much, that I wish I wrote it, basically. Yeah, I mean that's what you kind of take on. So you kind of have to try it like a jacket and see, does it work for me?
Well, this is the first time for me listening to it, and
everybody else.
I love the guitars. I love the arrangements. And
thanks,
it's
man.
Very smooth.
Thank you.
They say you have a smooth voice. What do you call it? Mid-tempo? Is that how you
describe it? This album is very mid-tempo-ish.
Yeah, I like it.
It's one of those things that
kind of different. You don't want the same thing every time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So next album will probably definitely be a rocker.
Okay. The Last Sunset. Check it out. Sean Roberts, The Upside of Heartache. You are rocking the G-Rock. Of course, this is G-Rock's Demo Radio. KTST FM. Anaheim.com. Yeah, I like that one.
Good, man.
I like them all, dude. Like you said, it's mid-tempo.
Yeah, this album is completely different, the first album I did, which was Stories Told and Told, it was just a rehash of songs that I had written with other friends of mine, and new stuff that I was writing at the time. So it was a mixture. Boy Inside the Man was pretty much half and half. Some I wrote, some I didn't.
That was 2002. Wow, that was.
Yeah, and then
this was 2010.
So it's been 5 years since I put out my own solo album.
That's good.
So and of course in between that I've done
Serious South,
and Bob Knows Best and everything. So.
Yeah, Bob Knows Best.
So it's a whole other.
I think Benny was
other
gambit.
Yeah, and great guys, but but for me to come back now and do something, it's like I had to do something a little bit different. And this album definitely is that. But it's definitely me too at the same token.
Yeah, I like it. Okay, we're going to take care of some business. We're going to pay some bills. And we're going to be right back with Sean Roberts with his new CD. Check it out. All right. The Upside of Heartache.
Yes.
There's an upside, huh?
There is an upside. We're still trying to find it.
Yeah, people are trying to find it. All I know.
It's good songwriting. That's what it is.
You are good songwriter.
It's a good songwriting.
Hard.
That's the Upside of Heartache. Good songs.
That's it. So he just said that and it just clicked.
Yeah, in the conversation, that's literally what it was. He goes, well, that's the Upside of Heartache, for us as songwriters, is we get to write these songs. And I was like, So, yeah, and it's true. It really is.
All I know.
Yeah, well, this song you're familiar with because this version was on the Serious South CD.
Oh, okay.
So it's the same version. All I know. So this is the country version on it, and
there it is.
This one was
not country on this one.
No, it's country on that one too. Yeah.
Yeah.
So And so basically, this one is just a story. It's a little bit unique because I started writing it about a gal that I once dated, and I started to write it from my perspective, but then I put myself in her shoes and looked at it from her perspective on the relationship. So that's how this whole thing is done.
All right, let's check it out, man. This is a very cool CD. And they can get it on
They can get it on my website, yeah, SeanRoberts.net. Right now we're doing pre-order, so August 14th it will be available for sale. And yeah.
Man, you're hearing it first.
You're hearing it first right here.
G-Rock's Demo Radio. Very cool. Let's check it out. All I know. Kids, what do you think about that? They don't call it a violin, they call it a fiddle, huh?
Well, you know the difference between a violin and a fiddle, right?
Yeah.
Which is what? I just like it. He goes, yeah. Instead of like going with the joke, going, no, Sean, what is the difference?
It's a country version.
No one cares if you spill beer on the fiddle.
Oh, yeah. No, that's not expensive. No, he's really good. You don't see too many solos like that.
No, he was great. This is a gentleman that I found. It's called FiddleTracks.com. He is
really? It's amazing how you find these people.
A former Nashville session player, and apparently he moved up to Seattle. And so this, I think, was the first song I used him on, and he just did a beautiful job.
That's amazing.
He did, yeah. And I mean, first time through, I'm like, dude, this is perfect. This is exactly what I was looking for. And I took different parts of the solo and kind of mashed them all together. And I mean, he did a beautiful job, just an awesome, awesome job.
Yeah, it totally makes a song.
It does. It really does. Because for this song, I definitely wanted the fiddle to be the main instrument around it, you know.
Right. Yeah,
so.
I never heard of fiddle solos.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Only in country.
Right, country. Yeah, I know that. I knew that one. All right, All About Me with Anna Marie. This is off your other CD.
Yeah, Boy Inside the Man. So yeah, this is the first. Like I said earlier, this is
the first time you sang.
The first time that we sang the duet, and like I said, this song was written by Stephen McClintock and Victoria Shaw. Stephen is a buddy of ours, and I've actually got to meet Victoria recently. And it's just a great song. And like I said, she knew Stephen in certain circles, and I knew Stephen in other circles. And it just so happened that we were performing the song together when we were opening up for the Oak Ridge Boys. And
wow.
So yeah, it was her show. And so then when I decided to go ahead and take my stab at recording the song, and I wanted to turn it into a duet, I mean, to me the obvious choice was bringing Anna on board because she already knew the song and already knew the material. So. And she did a beautiful job on it.
All right, let's check it out. All About Me?
Let's talk about me.
Oh, let's talk about me.
So you can't read your writing again still. You okay? You
wrote down the wrong thing.
Where's your glasses?
I know, I need to put them on. It helps when I wore them, huh? All right, let's talk about me with Sean Roberts, Anna Marie. You are rocking with the G-Rock. Check this out. I think they do. That's what I can see girls doing that. Enough about you.
Such a great song. Such a great song.
Me.
Yeah, it's a neat song by itself because I heard the Nelson Brothers version of it, and then when I found out that I was going to do it with Anna, I'm like, okay, that's cool. Well, Stephen wrote it. I'm like, there's got to be maybe Stephen did a version of it. And I didn't find anything, but then I found out, he co-wrote it with Victoria Shaw. So I heard Victoria's version. It's and her version is very, very much a country version, overall.
Right.
But when you listen to the song from one person doing it, it's a person complaining about the relationship, and on its own, it's a great song. But then for Anna and I to go back and forth, now it's more or less a couple arguing back and forth, and to me it makes the song a little bit more interesting,
right?
Overall. So, and Anna's great. I mean, she's awesome. In fact, she called me up the other day, and so she wants to try and do something newer with me now.
So you can do another. Yeah, that'd be great, man.
Which is cool.
You said, you guys.
Yeah, well, she called me up and she goes, and she texted me. She goes, I've got a great idea. Give me a call when you get a chance. I'm like, okay. And so I called her back, and she was talking about that. Maybe we can do like a YouTube thing. Like once a month where it's her and I do a couple of songs and everything, and almost kind of like what her and I used to do live acoustically. And because I would perform with her, it was her acoustic shows I would go out and play with her with and just kind of back her up and everything. And we would have so much fun, the two of us. I jokingly say we're kind of like Sonny and Cher, but we're not married. And the jokes would just go back and forth.
I'm glad you brought that up. Everybody, tomorrow night, early evening, go to YouTube, put in G-Rock Demo Radio, and you'll hear this. You'll see our interview. Kira, the video girl, does a great job.
She does a great job.
She is fantastic. Yeah, you're talking to the camera. The camera won't talk back.
Okay.
All right.
But Kira does, though.
No, she don't.
No, she nods her head up and down.
Okay, so Crying Angel. Oh, I just appreciate everything she does.
Oh, I don't know. She does do a great job.
Yeah,
and when you do go on,
200 over 250 videos there.
You've done that many?
Well, she does like 5, 6 of each.
Wow.
And you're all over it. You're Robert Dean. You're up there.
Me and Robert. Whatever. Yeah. Okay.
Bunch of other stuff. So Crying Angel.
Crying Angel. This is a really cool song. The words were written by a gentleman by the name of Alan Stevens, and Alan is, I believe he lives in the UK. We met on a songwriter website, and again, it was just one of those things. Hey, I've got these lyrics. Anybody want to put music to it or whatever? And I'm always trying to collaborate with other people anyway. And because
it's amazing how all these people and you do.
Well, I mean, we just
I
been on
didn't
a
know
website.
that. I know you're in different bands, but I didn't know you collaborated with all these different people.
Well, to me, I mean, that's
cool.
part of the art, because now you can go on songwriter websites, songwriter workshops, songwriter blogs, whatever, and meet other songwriters, all across the U.S. and all over the world.
The internet's awesome.
Yeah, and so Stephen we met on one of them too or whatever. And he goes, well, I've got a bunch of songs. I said, well, send me some. If there's anything that I like, I may, do something with it. Not guaranteed. And so some of the songs were all right, but lyrically, I like this one. This is more of a social message more than anything else. So the whole premise of this is that an angel comes down from heaven and pretty much looks on how much we've screwed up, the earth overall. And she's crying, basically.
Yeah. I can see that.
And how the person basically, by this visit of the angel, changes his life.
All right.
Overall. So
let's check it out. The Upside of Heartache. This is Crying Angel, Sean Roberts. New stuff, man. Very cool. Wow, that is beautiful song.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
There's piano on there and everything, huh?
Yeah. It was just, I wanted the song to really convey what Alan wrote in the lyrics, and so I just want to have a slow build up on it overall, and just kind of went with it and kind of added it on overall, and I mean, Alan did a beautiful job on the lyrics, and I just want to try and pay homage to that and make sure that his lyrics got heard properly.
Very cool. All right, your second CD. I really like this one too. Boy Inside the Man.
Yeah, that's a fun CD.
Yeah, it's more of a rocker.
It's very much a pop rock flavor.
It's got different stuff in it.
That album started to hint towards the Nashville flavor, kind of like more of what we're hearing now on the
twangy stuff. Yeah,
kind of what we're hearing more on.
I tell you what, it fits you.
One. Thank you.
Man, thanks for coming by. I really appreciate you bailing me out, man.
Absolutely. If I could give a few shout-outs
real quick, though,
I want to thank...
Do whatever you want.
Yeah, I definitely got to thank Rick Frost for playing bass on all the tracks on this.
Wow.
Rick did a beautiful job. I would send it to him. And
all the musicians are fantastic.
They're great. They're absolutely fantastic. But Rick, he did, when you guys get the album, which is out going to be on August 14th, Rick did a beautiful job on a song called Wander that I wrote years ago with my friend Brett Hutchinson. And Rick actually did all the string arrangements on it. So he did a beautiful job. So I just want to give a shout out to Rick for playing, just doing an awesome job on the bass and everything, and an awful lot of fun. Great guy, great bass player, fabulous bass player. And then also want to give a shout out to Reed Kohlmeyer and Deborah Graham for helping me, because they actually helped donate it when I was doing my crowdfunding campaign.
Right.
So they helped me with the funds on getting this, making sure
this
album got out. So thank you guys so much. You guys are getting a house concert, obviously, and something a little bit more special for me.
That's right. He'll come to, he does living room concerts.
Yeah,
in absolutely. Your house,
backyard, your living room,
whatever, private parties,
porch, whatever. Just all you gotta do is invite. Make sure you got 20 of your friends there, and I come down and I do a full hour show, and of course now more material and everything. It's going to be great. It's wonderful. It's very, very intimate. And now, actually, I think I should probably say this. I don't know. My sister may kill me. That's okay. Sponsored by Barefoot Wines.
Oh, very cool.
So yeah. So for anyone who
do the wine tours.
Yes, anyone who's going to host it, you get a free bottle of wine. So it's going to be hosted by that. And so yeah, it's awesome. All
right, let's check it out, Mr. Barfly. Off the Boy Inside the Man. Thank you so much.
Absolutely, brother.
Good to see you. Coming by, man. Anytime.